Hey guys, Richard here. So in this video I want to talk to you about Comet. Now this is a new product by Billy Dar and was released on the 29th of March. So as usual with these types of products by Billy Dar, everything's a little bit hypey, set and forget sites, blast them to 100 plus traffic sources in 46 seconds, all a little bit silly and hypey. But we are going to jump inside. I'll show you exactly what you get. Basically this is a same product has been releasing constantly over the last few months. The last one was Sigma. In fact, the training inside this product is all Sigma training, so you're not getting anything new. If you bought Sigma, don't get this anyway. But we are going to jump inside. I'll show you a couple of these functionality, and I'll talk to you a bit more about this method and why some of the claims on the sales page and just overall is a little bit silly. So let's just start with this kind of headline. When it says set and forget sites, if you really want to do content marketing online and you want to build a business on the internet, there's no such thing as a set and forget site or passive income. If you're new to this, you need to understand that you need to do a lot of work as far as building new content, relevant content, content that's serving your users and your subscriber base. They're not set and forget. You can't just set up some kind of AI bot that's going to be blasting content on Google and expect it to do anything and rank anywhere or be seen anywhere. And that's the problem with these types of sites, is the fact that they do allow you to build some form of site. Of course they do. But the trouble is, no one's ever going to find it. Unless you put a link to it in some kind of promotion or an email or something, no one will ever organically come across your site. And if you want to sell any products in numbers, you need to have lots and lots of visitors over to your site. So that's the problem with these types of silly sales pages. They're never ever true. And anything that says something like this, you need to run a mile straight away. So when you jump inside, again, this is just a rip-off of the last product. The last one was called Sigma. This one is just the same thing. You've got some training here that takes you through how to set up the site. I'll talk about the traffic sources in a minute. Talks about going to marketplaces like JVZoo and Warrior Plus and just getting products. Again, not something I'm a fan of, because especially Warrior Plus, there's a lot of crap products on Warrior Plus that aren't worth selling to anybody, but that's up to you. Then they got some AI functionality here. They're basically taking some links to things like ChatGPT, and you put a title in, and it's going to give you some standard AI content back, and you're going to use that for your article. Same thing as everybody else is going to do, and it's not going to be ranking anywhere. So that's the training. There is training in here, and then basically you go to their dashboard, and this dashboard is just all of the different types of articles you have. Let me just show you the website. This is the website that you get. Very, very plain. It does the trick. It's got the pages here, has a contact here. You can collect contacts on this website and send them messages. Problem with this is it's not got any of the checks and balances you get on things like get response for GDPR or any of those types of laws, because if you're storing personal data yourself, there's lots of laws that you need to abide by, or you can be fined literally thousands of pounds if you're caught out and you're giving away personal data. So you've got to be careful with that if you're serious. If you're not serious, you won't give a toss about that, but if you are serious, you really need to think about going to proper sites like GetResponse. And by the way, if you go to GetResponse or any of those types of sites that are also an autoresponder, most of them now will also allow you to build websites on the same platform. That's one big issue with collecting the emails on here. If we just go back to home, you can see it does all the right things. It's got nice sliders and stuff. It's got a few things that you can put some articles in, so it does build a site for you. Again, the only other issue is it's on their website, so it's on their domain. It's going to be a subdomain of their domain, so if they ever close this down, your website's gone. You need to have ownership of anything you put online. Put it on your own domains, have your own presence, and make sure that you're actually confident that nothing's going to happen to that particular website. When you go back here, you can also go again to the traffic sources. I want to come back to that because this is my special thing, the traffic sources. I talked about Warrior Plus and JVZoo. You can go over to there and you can link to sales pages and go and grab deals on Warrior Plus. JVZoo, the same thing. You've got an AI suite here. You can do basically anything. Every one of these is just, you put a description in here. It's going to give you a site post result in here and generate a result. That does work, but again, you can do that anywhere on ChatGPT yourself if you really want to use something like that. But you have to make sure that at least for the pages where you're going to be going and having original content, like you're going to be doing a product review or something like that, you need to make sure it is original and it does rank in some way. If you don't, then it's pointless. A lot of the basic pages you can use AI. Nobody cares about the basic pages. You're not trying to rank them, but the ones that you actually want to actually have as your content, you need to make sure that are pretty unique and look like they're written by a human. You've got the IS suite here, like I said. Then you have the menu builder. You can build different types of menus on here, like you saw on the main site. Post management, you can come in here and look at the different posts and the categories. And then you got the various pages on here. So essentially, this does build you a site. It builds your site on their domain as a subdomain. I said that's problematic to me. But it does build you a site. And then they go to these traffic sources. Now, remember on the actual sales page, it did talk about blasting off to 100 different free traffic sources in 46 seconds. Now, for one, you can't do that because basically you have to click on each one of these and go ahead and blast your link. Now, you're just putting a link to the website randomly on this traffic source. So there's a lot more to it than that. If you ever go and do any kind of social media marketing like Facebook or Instagram, whatever it may be, there's a hell of a lot more than just blasting a link onto them. The other thing with these is as you go down and start looking at what these actually are, half these aren't actually social media sites at all. Like Flickster is a cinema booking site. Meet Me is nothing to do with social media. Again, you got lots of different ones on here that got really little to do with any kind of social media, so you can't blast a link on them at all. Basically, this is a program called Add Me, and you can go and search Add Me now, and it's just a link that you can get, and you can add them to your own sites, and you can get lots of social media options on your sites. The other thing with this is if you haven't got a Facebook presence or a Twitter presence or a Pinterest presence, it doesn't matter what you blast on there, no one's going to see it. You have to have an audience on those sites to be able to see your link, to be able to click on your link, to be able to come over to your site, and to be able to do something on your site. So you need to make sure you have an audience on here, or it's not free traffic. Of course, you can post it on these sites for free, but again, no one's going to see it. So there's a whole kind of strategy around this is completely missing. If you want to build a business online, you need to make sure that you have the business around some kind of niche that you're interested in, that you're serving the audience in, whether that be through videos, through content, and then you actually have some kind of content you're building on a regular basis to serve that audience. If you want to learn how to do that, you'll see the link in the description below. There's a really good workshop there that give you a foundation for actually how to do that. But basically, guys, this is not it. You just don't get a random site and expect suddenly to put a few posts on here and get lots of traffic and lots of sales off it. You will be completely wasting your time unless you learn the strategy around how to really build a business online. So products like these are a complete waste of time. They're called shiny objects for a reason, because they're nice and shiny. People will waste lots of time trying to build sites on here, but I'm afraid they're completely pointless. Get a site builder on a proper page builder site, get your own hosting, build your own business, do it correctly. Hit the link in the description below if you want some advice about how to start, but do not be buying this kind of products, because even when you start looking at all the upsells on there, when you start going through this upsell process and buying this, you could be $300-400 down before you know it, and you completely and utterly wasted your money. So that's my honest review on Comet, guys. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. I've been doing this for a long time now, 3 or 4 years. You can see on my channel, there's lots of different reviews on there. I have seen a lot of these come and go, these types of products. Unfortunately, this vendor is one of the biggest culprits of just repeating and regurgitating the same product over and over. People do buy it because they are desperate, but it's not going to be something you're going to be able to make money off. If I was going to give this a rating, I'd give it a 2 out of 10. Basically, it does build your website, but it does little else. Hope that was useful to you. My name is Richard Darby. This is School of Nomads. If you're interested in these types of real honest reviews, go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I produce new videos. And guys, if you're really interested in building a business, go ahead and hit the link in the description below over to the School of Nomads, and we'll get you started straight away. Until next time, guys, take care.